Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a 20-part video series showing you how to create NC house. Let's get started. So to start, let's open a new architecture template. So click on New and then drop down and then click on Architecture Template and then press OK. So as default, we start on level 1 in our floor plan. So here we have this elevation tags, and then we're going to check our template. So I believe we're using millimeters in terms of our dimensions. And then we're using metric here. So now, what you need to do first is to click on Save and save this to the file area that you want to. So I'm gonna click Save. So for now, I'm just gonna name it as House. And then here, before you click Save, click on Option. And here is the amount or number of save files that you want to save. If you're a beginner, you can keep it at 10, and then if you're intermediate or if you want just one, you can just put 1. So for me, I like putting 5 so that if I make a mistake, I can always go back to that folder or file. So now just click on OK and then click on Save. So now that we save our file, let's go and click on the Gridline. Gridline is located under Architecture and then around here on the right side. You can even type in GR. So GR is the keyboard shortcut, and you'll be able to add Gridline now, but we need to add it. We're gonna start by adding it vertically. So I'm gonna click below around this area in the middle of where the elevation tags are. So I'm gonna click here, going up, and then I'm gonna put in number 1. So number 1 is already added right here. What I usually do is press escape and then escape again, because I could add in multiple grid lines now, and the sequence will be automatic, meaning that once I add 1, the next one will be 2 and 3, and Revit will recognize that. So I'm gonna select the grid line number 1. You can type in CO, or it will be under modify and this icon. So CO. Now it has this dash line around it, meaning that you'll be able to grab this now and then copy. But before you do that, make sure to check multiple first so that we could add multiple grid lines instantly. So now I'm gonna grab this and then I'm gonna put it on the right side, and then I could type in my dimensions. So I'm gonna put in 4970 2000 for the next one. So that's number 3, and then 482 or 4830. So now I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 grid lines on vertical. I'm gonna press escape multiple times, zoom out, and then next I'm gonna add in my vertical grid line. So again, type in GR. So that's grid line, keyboard shortcut. I'm going to click on the right side first before going to the left. So right, going to the left, and then I'm just going to add it right now, and then press escape multiple times. If you notice, this is number 5, but for us, we're going to change it. So you can actually click on the grid bubble now, and then you can type in capital A. And then now, once you copy this and add multiple horizontal grid line, Revit will recognize it again, and it will give you B, C, and D. So now, press escape, and then escape again, and then select this grid line, click on copy, so type in CO, and then grab it again. I'm gonna pull it down, and then I'm gonna start adding or typing the dimension. So 5300. This will be 3970. Enter. And then we have 5550. So that's the last grid line. Press escape and then escape again. So right now I want my grid line to be fixed around here, or to be moved around here, because it's protruding too much right here. So I'm gonna select one, and if you notice, if you select one of the grid line, there's a dashed line at the back right here, meaning that it's saying that once you move this, if we move it now, all of them will move. So it's just a quick way of aligning everything else. And then because we put it exactly in the middle, if not for you, you just need to select those, and then you can nudge it in place. So you can use your arrow keys in your keyboard to nudge it in place. So here I'm nudging it in place like that, and then press escape and then escape again. Let's add in some dimensions. So here you can type in DI or this icon. Usually these icons are above here, but I just added right here so that everybody can see my screen. So now I'm gonna zoom in, and then I'm gonna click on the grid line one at a time, and then now you put the overall. So those are the dimensions. Again, right here I'm gonna add in dimensions on all grid line, and then add an overall, and then I'm gonna zoom in. These are the grid lines for this. So I'm gonna zoom out, and then now we need to go to our elevation first so that we could fix our levels. So before we add any walls, we need to fix our elevation first, our levels, so that we can let Revit know that I only want it to be on this height to this side. So now I usually click on south elevation, but you can always click anything here. It will be the same. So here I have level 1 in 0, and then we have level 2. So now I'm going to change level 2. I just want it to be at 3000 or 3 meters. So now it's go down, and then now we're gonna add another one. So you can select this again and then click on copy. So there's multiple ways of adding, and then you can even type. So we could type in 3000 again, and it will create level 3. You can undo that. We're just gonna undo that. There's another way of adding levels. It's under architecture and the icon on the right side, which is the level icon. You can type in LL, and here you can also add it a level 3. And if you notice, it giving you dimensions, and then we could add level 3 instantly. The difference on the first one and this one is because once we create level 3, if you notice, level 3 in the floor plan is instantly added here. If we do the copy, if you notice, once we select that and then just click copy and then type in 3000, if you notice, there's no level 3 right here. So if you do this, the way that you will need to see, or you'll be able to see the level floor plan level 3, is you need to go under view, floor plan, and then select this level 3, and then you'll be able to see it right here. So you can either do both, or you can either do one, but it's up to you. At least you know the difference on when adding just a copied or doing the level itself. So either way, it's good. There's just an extra step when you're doing the copy command right there, but almost the same way. So now here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add in another level. So now I'm gonna do the level command, leveling, and I'm just going to zoom in, and I just want to add 600. So negative 600. Press escape and then escape again. The only issue now is it is referring to level 4, which is incorrect. Also, as you can see, this is showing like this. We want to change this a little bit, so I'm gonna select that, and then here you can add elbow. There's gonna be a zigzag, a small zigzag right there. Once you click that, it will create an elbow, and you'll be able to grab this, and you'll be able to stretch it out so that everything is noticeable and nothing is overlapping. Now I want to change this name to ground, so I'm gonna put in ground, all capital. I'm gonna say, would you like to rename corresponding views? If you say yes, it will rename this to ground. If you don't want to, it will just leave it like that. But I'm gonna say yes, and then it will be named as ground, and it will go to a different sequence now. So now, if you notice, if we go to ground, and then if we go to level 3, everything is showing. If you have this grid lines not over, for example, level 3, it will look like this. As you can see, there's no grid line showing right here. So one of the reason for that is because this is not pushed all the way up like so. And this one as well. So now it's showing, and this is showing as well. So those are the things that you just need to stretch out so that everything is showing on your level. So now we can start adding some walls. So we're gonna start off by clicking on wall under architecture. You can even type in WA, and then here what we have is a basic generic wall 200 millimeters. What you can do is, I know for newer Revit, you don't have the generic model anymore right there. So now you can even click on one of this, edit type, and then duplicate, and then we could just rename it as exterior wall number 1. Press OK, edit, and then here we could delete all of this except the core boundary, structure, and core boundary. Those are the things that you cannot delete here. And then now here, in terms of thickness, I'm going to put it at 200 millimeters, and then in terms of material, let's put gypsum wallboard. After that, press OK, and then OK again. Now we need to set up the height. As you can see, base constraint is level 1, and then top constraint is unconnected. So now here we can change it right here, or you could change it right here as well. So either way it's the same. So I'm gonna change it to up to level 2. Click apply here, and then as you can see, it will be changed here as well. Under here, we also have wall center line, so that's good. And then changes already checked. So we could start adding. So we're gonna add the first wall here at A1. So I'm gonna click A1 up to A4, and then going down right here up to D4, and then we're going to delete this wall later on, but I just want to add this one for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click up to D2. So D2 is right there, and then here we're just going to pull back around 1750, and then going back again here up to the number 1 grid line, and then after that all the way to A1 again to close it off. Press escape, and then escape again. So we have our exterior wall. We're also going to add an exterior wall right here, so I'm gonna click it again, CS, that's create similar, or this icon. So basically once you have something that is already put in, it's easy to re-add it. So here I'm gonna use exterior wall again. Instead of me clicking wall again and then looking for dot wall, it's easier to just select that, knowing that I know that's an exterior wall, and then CS, and then here I'm just going to click it from B3, so A3 up to B3, and then going back here to B1. So those are the exterior wall. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.